Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Supernova, and I'm here today to do Death Parade Chapter 8 review. I just got done watching this episode. All I can say, my feelings for this episode is wow. Holy shit. I don't think we've seen Deckham have a judgment as good as this, like a game between two people as good as this, since I think it was episode, I want to say 3. We had the boy and the girl. He thought the girl was one of his pastime friends, but in fact she got surgery to look like her so he would notice her, yada yada yada. That one, I like that one a lot. I think I haven't seen one as good as that since now. And this one I think might be a little better. So, this is another game. We get 2 new people. Deckham gets their memories, and he calls Nona. And I think Nona's testing Deckham at this point. Because Deckham calls her and he's at, I guess, we find out one of them's a murderer in the beginning. And he says he has no experience. I'm guessing he's never had an experience when it comes to people who've actually killed others, him judging them. He's never judged a killer or something like that. This is new to him in some way. And he's asking Nona. I think Nona's testing Deckham because she just gives him, what's it matter? People are people, right? It doesn't matter. Judge them regardless. And she's just smiling while she says it. I think she's testing Deckham to see how he's going to handle the situation, handle things. So we get introduced to these 2 characters, and right off the fucking bat, we get introduced to an older guy and a young kid. And I guess right off the bat, the young kid was the murderer. Come to find out, he goes in the bathroom, he opens his bag, and he's got a bloody, like, machete type deal in there. At that point, it's like, it's done, it's over. And because we find out the other guy's a detective. Obviously, I was like, so obviously he killed him, and he might have killed himself. I don't know, but I'm guessing that's what I was guessing at first. And we find out their names. The boy is called Shimada, I think, and the detective is called Tatsumi. No, not Kamika Kill. His name's Tatsumi. So he's trying to, like, I guess, scare Deckham, sitting there saying, what you're doing is illegal, I can get you in trouble. Deckham doesn't give a fuck. Deckham says, he just don't reply. He doesn't reply. And the detective says he can judge people based on their eyes. He said he can tell Deckham's not lying when he's sitting there saying, I can't tell you what's going to happen if you don't choose to play. He just can tell Deckham isn't lying. So they end up choosing to play, and what they play, it's air hockey. And at first I was like, okay, will this be like a pain sort of thing? And then at first it wasn't. It was just like the pucks had organs on it. Blue was for, I think, for Shimada, and red for Tatsumi, but I think, or it might have been reversed, I don't know. But every time they scored a point on one of their pucks, they got 2 points. If they got a point scored against them with their puck, they lose a point. And I really didn't keep up with the game too much after the beginning, because this is basically for them to get their memories back. And this is where things start getting out of hand. Things start getting out of hand right at this point. They start getting their memories back. We find out Shimada his parents died at a very young age. He only had his sister with him, and he was devoted to protect his sister. Her name was Sei, I think. Tatsumi gets a flashback. He comes home from, I guess, maybe a drill or something. Wife's dead, like dead on the floor, like some insane shit. She's dead. We find they're taking a break, and there's a point. I think there's a point. Shimada asks him, he goes, "Are you not scared of anything?" I'm scared of some things, but at this point we can't. We have to go by what they say, or we'll never leave. And he also explains how being a detective. He asks Shimada what he thinks the hardest thing about being a detective is, and it's going into cases that have to deal with people's minds and murder, and having to. I don't know if he meant understanding their emotions or going into it with emotions. That's the hardest thing to do. But they go back to the game and they start remembering more stuff. Tatsumi not only remembers his wife died, he also remembers she bought him, I guess, nice shoes at one point. And then we cut over to Shimada, who learns, he gets another memory. He comes home one day, his sister's in a corner in the fetal position, beaten up, like black eye, swollen lips, just got the shit kicked out of her. And this doesn't sit well with Tatsumi. Not Tatsumi, but Shimada the most. And apparently when they keep playing, and I guess I take too long to some degree, because this game was timed. The first part of it was timed, let me be clear of that. The first part was timed, where there was no repercussions physical-wise to the body. Now things are getting a little interesting, because time's up, and it's time to go into the one where it's called, that goes to the linked part. And I knew at that exact point what it meant. The organs on the puck, if you get scored by the other person, you're going to feel pain, obviously. So yes, this is going to be this is a two-parter of a judgment. So this was very interesting. But yeah, if your puck gets scored on you, whatever organ's on that feels pain. So kind of a cop out of the darts, but either way, I like it. It puts more importance in this game. It actually makes them it's more important now. Now I want to go to the Decim and the black hair girl thing. Two things. One, she tells Decim don't use the remote, and he says, I know. The remote's broken, so he can't use it regardless, so he really doesn't have a choice in the matter. Second part, the black hair girl wants to start getting memories of people they judge. Now, at first I was kind of skeptical. I was like, wait a second, how can you get memories? You are a human, and these people are dolls. The arbiters are dolls. So I thought it was, at first, a little impossible to give a mere human the memories of other people. But that's not the case. At the end of the episode, I'm kind of happy I went through the credits. Because I was just sitting here messing with my computer, getting everything ready for the review. And after the credits, it goes back to the actual anime. And Decim's calling, I don't know if he's calling Gwen or he's calling Karma, or maybe Oculus or Nuna. Whoever he called, they agreed to it. She gets their memories, passes out from getting the memories, and let's not get onto it like right now. What she got. Yeah, she can, I guess from now on she's going to get memories too. But I guess I'm alright with that. I'm not really going to give it that much shit. I thought it was kind of weird, because I think it's better. I thought it was better for the black hair girl to actually go along with us, the viewer, instead of having the same memories as Decim, and she already knows what happened. I thought it was better for that, for her to just go along with us, the audience, go step by step and learn these things out. And then she can tell Decim her personal opinion. I don't know if it's going to be a one-time thing for just this specific moment, or it's going to be like this for the rest of the series. I'm hoping it's just this moment, because it's really nice to have a character who doesn't have memories, who doesn't know anything, who knows as much as we do, and just little by little learns with us, the audience. I thought it was awesome that way. So hopefully it's a one-time thing. If not, I'm not going to bitch about it either way. It just kind of takes away from her character, how she's kind of like us, she's like the audience. We don't have a name. Well, audience itself, we can't just single the audience as one person by one name, and she doesn't have a name thus far. So I think it takes away a little bit from her, but it's not really that bad of a thing, really. I'm not gonna bitch about it. So yeah, the connection between Tatsumi and Shimada. Let me be clear on this. We're not going to find out probably for the next episode what exactly happened. And I want to say, because we find out at the end of the episode, if you go through the credits, you stay through the credits, they're both killers, okay? The detective and Shimada. Now, obviously, we kind of figured this out one by one, because Shimada told Tatsumi, he goes, after I'm done here, I've got to go do something, even if it costs me my life. And Tatsumi also says, I understand, because after this, I'm killing someone. Because my wife was murdered. And Shimada explains how his sister was beaten. Now, like, I want to also go into Tatsumi Shimada, because when he went to go comfort his sister, she pushed him away. Obviously, she's traumatized from what happened to her. That's obvious. Anybody in that situation would be too. But they're both killers, nonetheless, and they are connected in a large way. And I guess I can tell you what I think, how it happened, how everything happened, put together. This is just my theory. I don't know if it'll happen. I spent a little bit of time thinking about it. Okay. Now, let's start this off by I'm trying to think, like I don't know what happened first. I don't know if, you know, Tatsume's wife was killed first, or Shimada's sister was beaten first. Now, I will say that Shimada had mentioned that, well, Shimada had mentioned how he went to the police before, and they did nothing about it. I'm just trying to think what sparked this chain of events. So I'm going to assume, I want to assume that, say, fucking Shimada's sister was beaten first. Shimada finds out who did it. It could have been the detective, Tatsume. Maybe. Could have been him. He goes to his house, he's not there. He kills his wife instead. To prove a point, to get even. And that really isn't getting even either. It's not getting even at all. But I'm guessing he might have went there to kill her, to send a message to him. He goes in this this case. He starts finding things out. He finds out who finally he is. Finds Shimada, kills him, kills Shimada, kills him, and then the sister turns around and kills Tatsume, the sister of Shimada. I'm guessing that's how it happened, but how it happens, how it happened, but how everything what sparked the events, unknown. I don't know that. I don't have an answer for that. But as for the chain of events that happened, whatever led up to Shimada's sister's assault, I'm guessing Tatsumi did it. For some unknown reason, he might have been drunk. I don't know. He could have done that. Or no, I'm gonna say it. What could have happened? I'm not gonna say this is true, but a possibility of what sparked it. Maybe Tatsumi was drunk. He tried to hit on her. He tried to like get with her. She said no. He beat the hell out of her. Maybe that's what sparked it. I don't know. We don't know if Tatsumi's alcoholic or not. He's a detective, so I'm guessing he might be the stereotypical detective. Smokes a lot. He also obviously smokes, but drinking wise, it's a possibility. But I don't really want to go with that. But I'm saying it's a possibility. He might have been drunk and tried to get with her, and she rejected him, and he beat the fuck out of her, which would lead to Shimada killing his wife. To send a message. He does detective work, finds out who it was. Goes to Tatsume, Shimada, kills him, and then the sister, bam, gets a gun or something. Or maybe the knife. Maybe she killed him with that and then put it back in her brother's bag. But I'm thinking that if you haven't caught up already right now, Tatsume beats Sai, Shimada's sister. Shimada goes and kills his wife. He finds out who killed his wife. Goes and kills Shimada. Then Shimada's sister kills Tatsume. That's what I'm guessing is going to happen, or how it happened. Before you want to find out in the next episode, which I was kind of disappointed that I was really getting into it, but it's going to be greater. It's going to be better now that we know that the game's going to be linked to the body. They're going to feel pain, so it's going to heighten the risk. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the episode right now. I would say overall, animation was good, fluent as always. Pacing I felt was, I don't want to say slow because obviously it's a two-parter. This is very deep. I think it's the deepest one Deckham's had, deepest judgment. It's really gonna put him to the test. I think it was kind of fast for what they're trying to, how deep this is, but I'm sure they'll get more into it next episode. I thought it was kind of fast. Pacing was kind of fast, but overall, I enjoyed the episode. I found it very interesting. I enjoyed it a lot. And I'll say I have to give this episode rating overall. Well, I'll give it a great plus. No, not great plus. I'll give it great. Great episode. But yeah, tell me what y'all thought in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you guys next video. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe. Please subscribe. It takes one click. 1 second. Right at the bottom next one. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.